The Haggadah, the Seder. Did you read it? Did you sing it? Or did we internalize it? Did we understand it? I know it's already a few days after the Seder, but we don't say Chasal Seder Pesach. We didn't finish the order of Pesach. It's something that has to extend. So just like the experience of the Seder, which is freedom, has to extend, we can still focus a little bit on the different parts of the Haggadah. There's one part which is, I think, completely unclear. I'll get to it in a moment. Stay with me. But first, as we said yesterday, we're going to read chapter 125, the Rebbe's chapter, by way of thanking Hashem for all the phenomenal miracles. Shir HaMalos, Haboitchem Adonai Kartzien Leimet Loelem Yeshiv Yerushalayim Horem Sov Lo V'Adonai Soviv Li'amoy Me'ato V'Adolem Ki Lo Yenochshe V'Doresh HaGorel HaTzadikim L'Anman L'man Lo Yishloch HaTzadikim B'Avlos Yedem Hitiva Adonai L'Toivim V'Lishorim B'Liboisem V'Amatim HaKalkoloisem Yolichim Adonai Espoy Alihov and Shalom Al Yisrael. Peace upon Eretz Yisrael, peace upon the whole world, and a special blessing, a prayer for the American soldiers, and a speedy recovery to the pilot who was miraculously extracted from the hands of definite danger. So thank Hashem for all of that. And let us give some tzedakah. And here is what I was referring to earlier. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Who does not know that song? Well, what does it say over there? How many levels of favors has the omnipresent bestowed upon us? And we go on to list, if God had taken us out of Egypt and wouldn't have done judgment against the Egyptians, that would be good enough. On and on and on. Then we say, if he would have brought it to the desert and he wouldn't have given us the Torah, that would also be good. If he would have given us the Torah and he wouldn't take us into Eretz Yisrael, would also be good. Dayenu is sufficient. If he brought it into the land of Israel and he wouldn't build us the temple, that would also be sufficed. What does this mean? There are 15 steps over here, although when you read it, there seems to be only 14. There are only 14. But in the original text, there was another text, another line, which is after bringing into Eretz Yisrael, they would say, if you only give us the temporary temple, Mishkan in Shiloh, wouldn't build us the permanent one, would also be enough. And then we say the last one. So there's 15 Dayenus. All this would be good enough. What do you mean good enough? It would be good enough if we wouldn't have received the Torah. It would be good enough if we don't have Israel. It would be good enough if we don't have the Beis HaMikdash. The whole purpose of coming out of Egypt was to receive the Torah, to become a full Jewish nation with all its obligations and all its privileges and all its responsibilities, and receive the ultimate, the temple, which is the purpose of creation. Not just the reason for coming out of Egypt, but the purpose of creation is for the temple to have a dwelling place for God down here in this world. So what are we saying? What were we singing? So here's the point. These are 15 steps of ascension, going up. Just like you had the 15 steps, semicircular steps in the Beis HaMikdash. The 15 which represents the name of God, Yud K, right? God's name has the letter Yud, the letter Hey, then the letter Vav, then the letter Hey. The first two letters, which is Yud K, we don't pronounce the letter Hey because it's God's name. It's just 15. What we are saying here is to understand and appreciate every step of the ladder, so to say. Every achievement, every stage where we are in, we have to recognize this is for now sufficient. We cannot jump from 0 to 15 in one step. We have to go through the process. Our sages tell us, yes, Pesach is all about coming out of Egypt, as we have spoken, our own inner Egypt, our personal Egypt, and coming to the ultimate redemption. It doesn't happen by itself. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens by every step that we have to make. And to understand, I'm still 14 steps away. What's the point of making the effort? No. Every step and every effort is part of the process, and it is important. Dayenu, what means it is sufficient? For now, this is Dayenu. This is where we're at. But my friends, now we're at the 15th. With all we see, there's no question about it, that we're literally at the threshold of the Beis Hamikdash coming down from heaven and us being fully redeemed. Today,